Well, it's now Saturday morning, late morning in fact, and I'm looking at putting in the wiring, the hard wiring kit for my Xiaomi Dashcam, which is mounted up there. And I've taken the crash panel off to access the fuse box. So, I think that's the most likely one. I'll give that a bit of a dust off. So, the accessory one, I believe, is the correct fuse outlet to use. So, my plan will be to bring the cable up here, up there, along the top of the liner, down here, and then I'll take off the rubber for the door here, feed it down, and then somehow get it through and in there. I've not looked at how I'm going to achieve that yet, but it may be that I need to come down to this point and then go up. So, how am I going to achieve that? Well, that is yet to be determined, but the first thing I'll do is I'll plug in the relevant fuse holder into the accessory outlet fuse, and then I'll put the cable up to the camera and see if it does come on as and when the key is turned. Okay, so for the Venga, it's this type of fuse, and then I've bared the wire there. It's only what, 15mm or something maybe, and then that's going to go into there, and I'm going to crimp it on. It's probably better being soldered and heat shrinked, but well, I'll just do that. It's not going to be in any weather, so that should be good enough. So I'll need to get my wire crimping tool and crimp that connector onto that. Then I'll need to find an earthing point to put the black one on, which I think I'll probably end up using one of those bolts. I'll just slacken that off and trap the wire in there. Should be good enough as a ground. That's the plan anyway. Alright, so that's that positive connection crimped. Hopefully I'm going to be able to thread that through okay, and then I'll bare a little bit of this off, and then I'll connect that to the looks like a 10mm bolt that holds on the OBD port. Well, I've tried earthing it there. It's not giving me, I'm not getting any output. So I'm going to take this panel off. So I've pulled the rubber gasket off the door, and then there's, well, that wasn't supposed to happen, but I've used a little plastic pry tool. So there are the connectors that hold it into the dash. So there's actually a little recess, you see there, that'll get you started down here. So I'm going to pop that off, and what I'll end up doing is I'll end up probably tapping it onto either this nut here or one of these ones that will definitely be earthed. It may well be that this is not earthed, it may be it's tied into the plastic and there's no earth. I'm hoping that's the case anyway. Otherwise, any one of these screws that go into a metal frame. Alright, so I've just put it underneath that washer there, so that's it grounded, comes on fine. So now I need to route the cable down, and then cable tie, I guess, this whatever this little box is. Presumably it's some sort of converter for 12 volt down to 5 volts or something, but it looks like I can probably find something in there to cable tie it in out of the way. I don't want something that's rattling. So next thing is to route that cable. So I'll start at the top, come along here, and then I'll get it round and in here, and then down, right down this bit and into here, and then figure out where I'm going to put all the excess. Well, that's the progress so far. So I've got it in underneath the roof liner here. I've tucked it in down. You can really easily use your sort of pry tool just to poke that down. Then I've run it down behind this door seal. It goes into that channel very nicely, and then just put your rubber back on as you go. Now we've got all this surplus, so I'm going to bunch it up. I'll probably tape it together first, and then I'll see about probably cable tying it onto the back of this. Looks like the most likely spot for it, but I don't think that will interfere with anything. There's the pin and the pin and pin, so hopefully this is not going to be an issue. I'll just double check everything, but so far so good. It's not looking too bad. But yeah, I'll get some tape and a cable tie. Well, I didn't end up using any tape. I just cable tied, first of all, the excess wire to that black box, and then, as you can see, I've put the little black box in there with a single cable tie. I'll just trim off this excess bit of the cable tie, and then I'll put the end panel on. But before I do that, I'll make sure it does actually turn on. Yeah, hang on. I think I need to start the car. Yeah, there's a beep there. There was something happened. There you go. It's on. A thing I've noticed is, I don't know if this is just a peculiarity of this car. Turn the engine off, right? Put it onto the first click. The camera will come on, but if I turn it on to the ignition section, I'm talking bollocks, it is working now fine, it's okay, but I seem to notice that it was turning off. I think it's maybe just the lights go off. That could be what it is, unless that is it off. No, because there's a battery in there. So yeah, so when I have it on the, obviously off's off, and I turn it on the first time, it powers on, but when I put it onto that position where all the lights come on, it goes off. I won't notice that in general day-to-day use though, because it'll have the battery charged, and I'm only going to be driving the car with the Dashcam on anyway, so I'm not sure why that is, but that may be something connected with this this location here. Alright, so that's that end cap put back on. Just make sure when you're putting this in, you're not going to snag any wires, and then it's just a case of refitting the door seal. Fairly self-explanatory, that part. So that's that. So if you weren't videoing this should probably take you no more than about 15 minutes, I would say. And that's probably quite a liberal amount of time. You could potentially do this in 10, I would say, but yeah, give yourself half an hour and you'll have it done in no time. So any questions or any suggestions with regards to the fuse location that I've used, let me know. But yeah, if you want to wire up, hardwire a dash cam into your little Kia Venga, very simple, quick and easy, and you can get a £5 kit from AliExpress, so that you can save your 12-volt outlet. I had actually brought this mini USB cable out just to make sure that everything was working right with that camera, because I haven't used it since I got the Van True dash cam in the Seed. But anyway, it's working fine. And anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe, of course, so I can get 100,000 subscribers, which is probably very, very highly unlikely. And have a good weekend. It's sunny here so far, as you can see, but there's a few grey clouds. Definitely feeling autumnal. So anyway, that's all for me for now.